So this is the new Prime Fitness USA KAZ handle. And what it's going to do is give you the versatility of a D handle, as well as a tricep extension and a curl-based handle that can be used both as a neutral grip and for supinating or pronating based movements. What makes this unique, aside from the versatility, is going to be the shape. So this shape is a cone, which, when we compare that to a traditional like thick grip or a regular style grip, which is going to be the same diameter across, this is going to be narrower at the thumb side, and it's going to get wider as it goes to your pinky side. And if you take and actually kind of make like a half fist and look at your hand, you'll notice that the bottom of your hand opens up. And what that means is that this is going to actually fit the shape of your hand better than either a regular grip or even a fat grip. And that ends up actually making a much bigger difference than it sounds. Because in a regular grip, what tends to happen is, because it doesn't sit in my hand very well, is that it actually ends up making my index finger and my other two fingers almost fight against each other and pivot around the middle finger. What that means is a lot of my grip strength and a lot of the musculature that I'm using to try and hold that weight gets kind of wasted fighting myself. And so what actually happens is when we take this cone-shaped grip and we put it in somebody's hand, because they're not wasting all that energy, they can actually focus a lot more on the muscle they're trying to train and less about fighting the ergonomics of the implement itself. So if you're doing curls, if you're doing flies, if you're doing rows, anything where the effect of this is going to transfer through your arm, shoulder, and everything else, you're going to notice that it actually feels lighter despite it being a thick grip. Most people, when they use a fatter grip, the weight feels heavier because it's a bigger implement. In this case, because of the mechanics, people typically think that the weight is actually lighter, even if they're holding a standard handle and they're holding this. And in reality, all it is it's just better biomechanical efficiency. This grip eliminates the instability or that kind of co-contraction fighting that you have to do with a regular handle from affecting the wrist, which will work its way up the elbow, the shoulder. So when we look at feature-wise, you can use this with the thumb side on the skinny side, pinky side on the thick side. You can use this for anything that's overhand, underhand as a regular D handle. It does have the ability to kind of, adjust within here so that you don't have to necessarily do full supination or full pronation. You can do semi-supination, semi-pronation. But another cool feature is that there are these lips on the edge. And what that's gonna do, if I'm coming in here and I'm doing something that's pushing down, is even though this is a thick grip, people tend to like doing like ropes and stuff, and that rope has that knob on there, which kind of creates a security blanket so that you don't slip as you fatigue. So even though this is really advantageous, sometimes it's just nice to have that security of having that extra lip down there to be able to push into. And then the same thing exists on the top for you to be able to do curls, okay? So you actually can push the thumb side of your hand into that and feel very secure, so you can focus on like squeezing your hand if you want to, but you also have the security of that lip. So depending on where your grip strength is in relationship to your bicep or your tricep strength, whatever it may be, you can utilize this at any point in your training.